what a sight to see. So we have the base model 2022 Acura TLX, and we have my base model Acura TL. Mine's a 2006. That's my car, by the way. Video coming soon. Just because I see a lot of people posting, builds on Acura TL, and people tend to like it. So, but yeah, if you don't know anything about me, first thing to know is that I have an Acura TL. She's not built, but she's pretty. But enough about that. We're not going to talk about my... Look at me. I'm already goofing around with my TL. What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about the kill switches, their installation, and a little information about them. If you're thinking about getting a kill switch done, not only at my shop, but somewhere else, I can give you like the guideline of what to expect when you get a kill switch done. So I can personally speak for myself, but also I'm sure other companies do it like me also. What a kill switch is that it's mainly just a relay. That's all it is. It's not a special module that costs you $800, $900. That's crazy. It's nothing like that. It's literally just a simple relay that's professionally installed. That way it doesn't cause any problems in the future. Because when it comes to these vehicles, you guys know that I install kill switches a lot, mainly in Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. But I tend to have like a little bit of Hondas, Nissans come in here and there. Specifically, this guy has a 2022 Acura TLX. Unfortunately, he already had his vehicle stolen. He told me about 6 months ago. He got this brand new one. Not brand new, but he got a new one. He had the A-spec version. He went for the base this time, but oh, look, it's even matching colors. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Well, not exactly, but you guys get the idea. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the kill switch install. I already installed the kill switch on this vehicle. Now, when it comes to getting a kill switch install, it's important that you're not only just... There's so many wires to cut. There is, of course, the battery. You never want to do the battery, by the way, but you can do the battery if you're doing a DIY install. You can do the push to start button, the sensor. That way, when you activate the kill switch, it doesn't recognize any key signal. Therefore, it does not turn on the vehicle. Of course, the starter wire, the fuel pump, because the vehicle does not start. It may start for a few seconds, but then shuts back off as soon as it doesn't recognize any fuel. Maybe the main ground, if you want to do that. Maybe the main power of the fuse boxes, because then you pretty much disable everything. There are so many wires, even the ignition or the accessory wire. Like I said, there's like 15 plus wires that you can cut when it comes to the kill switches. Now, you always want to do something where it's not in plain sight. You always want to hide the kill switch, because the first part of the job is to cut the wire, connect your relay, kill switch, and that's the first part out of the way, right? But when you're doing a vehicle theft, an anti-vehicle theft kind of like accessory, which would be the kill switch, you don't want people to see the kill switch right in front of their face, because then if anything, they'll just deactivate it. They'll just pull it out, tap a couple of wires, and they should be good. So half of the job is to install the kill switch, and the other half is to go ahead and hide the kill switch. So it doesn't matter what wire you cut, as long as the wire that you cut kills the vehicle. You also want to go ahead and hide that relay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and showcase the job done here on a 2022 Acura TLX. Of course, I'm not gonna show you guys where the module's at, because then the client would get mad at me. But to each their own. Each company does it their own way. I do it my own way. I always promise my clients that it's out of sight. It's very hidden. Now, one thing to mention, I'm going to turn on the vehicle right now, and you guys are gonna notice that the lights, the brake system lights, are on. That's because when we work on every single car here at PNP, we do disconnect the battery. That way, we don't short circuit or accidentally mess up a module. So it's best to work with a car always with the battery disconnected, mainly the positive terminal taken out, but we can still showcase the kill switch. All right, so this is the kill switch remote. It's a very simple remote, off and on, and then of course we have the key inside here. So if I press off, this is how all my kill switches work. That means you want to keep the vehicle off. I only have to tap it once. So if I press off, the vehicle will stay off. So let's say you just got home from work, you're about to head to bed. As soon as you get out of the car, or even when you lock the car and you're walking home, it still has a little bit of distance. You press off and the key is inside and nothing happens. You can see I'm pressing on the brake. Nothing is happening. All right, so what does that mean? That means that even if the key is inside, they can't turn on the vehicle. Now, that means that the vehicle is missing something. So it doesn't matter if they start tapping wires or hard wiring, or even if they copied your key signal, the vehicle will always be missing something. Now, it doesn't matter what that is, but as long as whatever you cut prohibits the car from turning on, the vehicle will always be missing that wire. So as they have to pretty much, in a sense, they have to get to your kill switch first in order to turn on the car. They cannot bypass. That's the important thing. You don't want someone to bypass your kill switch. You want them to have to get to your kill switch, and that's the purpose of hiding it, you know, somewhere secure, somewhere that's very unexpected. All right. And then, of course, in the morning when this client comes about to get into his car and go to work, you press on. Very simple. And now, there you go. As I mentioned, the braking system does go on. This is due to the battery being disconnected. All Hondas work this way. Of course, the client has to drive it for 30 seconds and it'll work normally. The codes will go away. And you guys may be thinking, oh, Junior, that means that you connected your kill switch to the battery. Not at all. So let's go ahead, and this is the whole purpose of me saying you have to hide the kill switch. So I left it here open so you guys can see that everything is factory there. I can even open the hood. Obviously, I'm not going to give you guys a full rundown of the vehicle, but I can show you guys the hood as well. Like I said, the main part of the kill switch is also for it not to be found. Check it out. All factory in there. I'm not afraid to show you guys every angle, and I can even show you guys the bottom part of the vehicle. No kill switch is seen. It's going to be quite an angle to work with, but as you guys can see, everything is factory here. So that's the whole point of making the kill switch unseen, because if someone thinks, damn, I can't turn on the car, this guy has a kill switch, sometimes maybe 50 out of 50 they will start disassembling the car and looking for the kill switch, especially if you have like a really cool car. These guys will not give up, so it's always best to make sure they hide the kill switch. We always hide ours, but you know, other companies, they tend to just connect it and call it a day. No, you also have to hide it. All right, so that's pretty much how the kill switch works here. It's very simple, 2 buttons on and off, and nobody can turn it on, not even you. Now, some people may ask me, Junior, yo, I have a remote starter, so that means I can't turn on with my remote starter? Well, yeah, that's to make it foolproof. If they copied your key signal and they had the remote starter button, they would be able to turn on your car. So the whole purpose of the kill switch is to have nobody turn it on, not even you. If you forget to deactivate the kill switch and you go inside the car, not even you can turn it on. So that means if you can't even turn it on, how come some guy who just came in and copied your key signal going to turn it on, you know? So it pretty much prohibits nobody, like nobody can turn it on. So that's something that you can install in your car. I mainly recommend these to Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge because those are the ones that are stolen within seconds. I think the Dodge Charger is actually the most stolen vehicle in America. I can be corrected, but I do believe that that is the case. But yeah, people with the Hondas, Nissans, it doesn't matter what kind of car you have. I've installed it in a Mitsubishi, and it doesn't matter what kind of car you have. If you feel like you're in a bad area or you really like your car and you'd hate the inconvenience of it being stolen, then you're completely in the right to get a kill switch done. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and showcase a lot more kill switches after this. We have plenty of more vehicles that we've worked on, but yeah, if you're not getting it here, make sure to always ask the shop that you're getting it at, yo, can you guys please hide it? Don't just cut the wiring. And of course, you always want to make sure that it's a good quality relay, because if you think about it, if this relay fails you, I know it's kind of scary to think about it, but that's the whole purpose of getting a good quality stuff. If the relay fails you, then you can't turn on the car. Even if you deactivate or activate the kill switch, it won't listen to you because the relay just malfunctioned or whatever. So you always want to aim for the best when you're doing the kill switches. Don't go for some cheap brand relay. It's only going to give you an inconvenience in the long run. So you guys know we do it best here at PNP. Let's go ahead and get on to the next car. The next car we're going to be talking about is about the 2023 Dodge Challenger. This one specifically is the Scatpack version of the vehicle. Now what we did here is, of course, the kill switch. They all tend to work the same. You know, it's just all about having the car not start up. Now, I did mention earlier that if you put a kill switch on the battery, that is a very bad way to do it. Although it's like a good DIY, like if you're not bringing it at a shop, then sure. But if you're bringing it at a shop, it should be professionally done. The reason why you don't want to put it in the battery is because if you install the kill switch on the battery, the vehicle won't have any power at all.
How do you diagnose that problem? If the vehicle doesn't have any power, then the people who are trying to steal the car, they're going to run directly to the battery because that's the only thing it can be. So you never want to do that, just because it's so easy to bypass, it's so easy to find, especially in the engine bay. There's usually not a lot of space. Everything's out in the open. If you're bringing it at a shop, it should be hidden somewhere more complicated, you can say. And every single kill switch that I do here at my shop, I always provide extra remotes. The reason why is because if you lose one, then that pretty much means that you're screwed. You cannot turn on the car, nor can you activate the kill switch, vice versa. So I always give my clients extra remotes. Obviously, one's going to be their main, and then the other ones are supposed to be hidden somewhere else, somewhere safe, just in case if the battery dies or whatever happens, you have some extra ones.
Shout out to the owner of this car right here. This is a 2024 Acura TLX Type S. Man, what a gorgeous car. If you don't know anything about me, I love my Acuras and Hondas. But this Nardo Gray with the red interior, man, absolute beauty. And when you have such a beautiful car like this, man, it just brings so much attention. And you got to be a lot more careful with that attention. So here's another TLX that we installed the kill switch on. Same thing here. Since we installed the kill switch, I'm just letting you guys know because if you do end up bringing your car to my shop or if you bring it somewhere else, when they disconnect the battery, it's completely normal for the braking system to show a whole bunch of codes. You drive for 30 seconds to a minute, all the codes vanish. But of course, we put the battery back in. That's why you see it going into ignition, but it does not turn on. This guy got multiple kill switches done here at PNP. It was great to know him. Great guy. So shout out to him, like I said earlier in the video. But I'm glad to install these kill switches, man. I know it helps people sleep better at night when when they feel a lot more safer about their cars. You work so hard for a car, you pay your hard earned money, and you know you want it to be sitting there in the morning when you wake up to go to work. So it's understandable why these people are installing so many kill switches. I see it more as like a necessity. It's no longer like considered a mod just because vehicle theft is like really high up there. You guys can't hear the engine turning on just because we have the fan blasting in the background. I really just wanted to showcase how beautiful this car is and pretty much another kill switch done. So let's go ahead and head on to the next car. We have a 2022 Dodge Durango this time. This one's the SXT package. This client came in, of course, to get the kill switch as well. Let's go ahead and go inside the vehicle. All right, so I have the key with me, as you can see, and then I have the kill switch remote. All right, kill switch remote, and the key is here with me. So if I want to be able to turn on the vehicle, let's say I'm getting up from the morning, I want to go to work, press on, and I'm going to be able to turn on the vehicle. Press the brake, press the button. You guys heard the engine start. Turn it off. I just got back from work. I want to go to bed, and I want to go to sleep soundly, knowing damn well they're not going to steal my vehicle. So what you do is very simple, 2 buttons. Now I want to press off to keep the vehicle off. So now nobody's gonna be able to turn it on. Now I have the key inside with me. What this means is that when the kill switch is activated, you want to keep the vehicle off. That means that even if they try to hardwire, even if they copied your key signal, even if they stole your key off of you, it's not gonna turn on. It's not gonna turn on because it's missing it's missing something. So whether they try to hardwire something, then they're not gonna be successful. You get 2 remotes here, so don't lose them when you come here at PNP. This one also works. So press on. I pressed on, so I gotta turn off the car, and then now I'm gonna be able to turn it on. Simple as that. That's the kill switch. 2 buttons, straightforward. A simple security measure that can save you a lot of potential headache in the future. Hit us up here at PNP. Now, there's some things to talk about that have nothing to do with the kill switch. Now, the kill switch is not the only way to take care of your car in terms of vehicle theft. You can also look into getting the IGLA system. Now, this is something I'm recommending, but I cannot offer. I don't know much about the IGLA system, so I can't really install it in my shop. Nor am I really looking to, just because the kill switch has never failed me. I've never had a client hit me up and tell me, yo, the kill switch has failed, etc., etc. So why do something new when the old is still working? But of course, the IGLA, it's very effective. I've seen videos of it, and man, it's absolutely amazing. So if you're definitely interested in that, definitely get that done. And of course, this does not mean you shouldn't install alarm systems in your car, because you may think, I got a kill switch in my car, I got the IGLA system in my car. Why do I need an alarm? The car's not going anywhere. Well, you still want to take care of it in terms of like scratches and all that. Alarm systems, they have the extra horn, and of course they have a shock sensor. So if someone's trying to break into your car, then it'll allow you, like with a 2-way system, it'll allow you to know, it'll scream, and it'll tell you, oh, someone's touching your car. So even before they even attempt to turn it on, the alarm pretty much tells you before anything happens. So I think alarms are still viable today. Alarms we do, by the way. So if you want an alarm, that's something we can also offer. Same thing with the tracker. You can always have a tracker just in case things go wrong. On to the next car. Now this is a 2020 Dodge Charger. This is the Scatpack package. I love this color. This is it red? Is it orange? We'll never know. But damn, it's such a clean color. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the best colors they offer for this vehicle, without a doubt. But we're gonna head into this vehicle. I probably sound like a broken record at this point. But you guys know the deal. Same thing. 2 buttons. Matter of fact, let me get the one that's out of the bag. We have the key inside here. This is the key, and then we have the kill switch. So it's an on and off. I'm not even gonna tell you guys. I've done this like so many times. So look, let's just off. The vehicle will not turn on. I'm pressing on the brake. How odd. Now if I click on this, boom, check that out. So it will not turn on until I allow it to with the remote. Nothing will bypass it. No hardwire, no copied key signal, not even if they have your factory key fob. Even if they stole it off your pants and they're like, "I better steal this car." If the kill switch is activated, you'll be like, "Oh snap, I got his keys. Let's get out of here." It's not turning on. I think that's enough showcase, to showcase how this is universal and how it's such an important accessory or mod to add to your vehicle. So that's pretty much how the kill switch works. I used a couple of examples, different vehicles, and I showed you guys in the beginning of the video what a kill switch is, that it's a relay, stuff like that. But if you have any questions for me, obviously I can't get too deep into where I install my kill switch, what wire I connect it to. Now obviously I have some people on TikTok, sometimes they're like, "Bro, it's so obvious, you connect it to the battery." Bro, if it was connected to the battery, the vehicle would not go into ignition. So that's one thing I do have to mention. It's not connected to the battery, because if it was, then that's such an easy bypass. They get in, pop the hood, disconnect it from the battery, connect the battery direct to the vehicle, and the kill switch has been bypassed. So I make sure to hide my kill switches with factory tape, depending on which kind of vehicle, depending on which kind of tape the vehicle uses in terms of factory. I would try to copy it with the tapes that I have, and then I'll make it so even if they see it, like even if it's in front of their face, it's still too hard to see. You understand me? Like, damn, they have to decipher. Damn, but everything looks factory here. You know what I'm saying? So even if they were to find it, which they won't, because I put it somewhere so hidden that it's crazy, they can disassemble this whole car. I doubt they'll find it. Yeah, that's just pretty much something that you can add to your vehicle to keep it safe. Some people say they park it in the garage. That's right. But when you go to the mall, when you go out to a restaurant, you park it outside, and all it takes is like 30 seconds for these guys to steal your vehicle. It's crazy. I've seen the videos. It's not only the Dodge Chargers, it's Jeep Grand Cherokees, Durangos, the Chrysler vehicles mainly, that they get copied the key signal. You press lock, and if there's somebody around you with that computer that copies the key signal chip, they can turn it on, they can unlock, they can act as if this is their car, and it won't scream the alarm because it thinks it's you, because they copied the key signal. But yeah, definitely be safe. This can avoid so much headache, so much, insurance. They'll give you the car back if it gets stolen, like proven through the investigation, but it's just, why even go through that? Just be safer than sorry. Your car may never be a victim to theft, but what if it is? You know what I'm saying? So this will definitely, save you a lot of headache in the future if it does happen. You can never be too safe out in this world. So that's pretty much how I'm going to end the video. You guys know we do it best here at PNP. We pretty much do anything: lighting, radios, security measure, remote starters, all that stuff, lighting, like ambient lights. You guys have seen my channel. If you guys have any questions for me, if you want a quote or something, depending on what kind of vehicle you have, hit me up. I got your back. If you want to speak to me directly, call the shop and ask for Junior. All right, guys? So that's how I'm going to end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed.